Have you ever wondered why some people behave differently or seem out of touch with reality? It's a question that piques curiosity, and today, we're going to unravel the answer. Welcome to a journey of understanding, a journey that takes us into the intricate world of mental health. Mental health, a topic that often lies in the shadows, but is as significant as our physical well-being. It's a realm that affects how we think, feel, and act. It's about our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, and it's high time we start giving it the attention it deserves. Did you know that mental illnesses are more common than you might think? They're not selective. They can affect anyone, irrespective of age, race, religion, or income. It's a silent epidemic, one that impacts millions of lives around the world. But here's the thing, mental illnesses are not a life sentence. With understanding, care, and the right treatment, they can be managed and people can lead fulfilling lives. So how do we start understanding mental health better? The first step is recognizing the signs. Yes, mental illnesses have signs, just like any physical illness. And understanding these signs is the key to early detection and treatment. It's the first step towards helping ourselves or a loved one. It's the first step towards breaking the stigma and starting a conversation that matters. But remember, mental health is complex. It's not about labeling or jumping to conclusions. It's about empathy, understanding, and acceptance. It's about acknowledging that it's okay to not be okay, and it's perfectly okay to seek help. So, are you ready? Ready to embark on this enlightening journey? Ready to gain a deeper understanding of mental health? If yes, then let's dive in. Let's dive into the world of mental health and understand the signs of mental illness. Mental illness is often misunderstood and stigmatized, but it is as real as any physical illness. Let's take a moment to really delve into what mental illness is. At its core, mental illness encompasses a broad range of conditions that affect a person's mood, thinking, and behavior. It's not just feeling down on a rainy day or being nervous before a big presentation. Mental illness is persistent. It lingers and can significantly interfere with a person's daily life, relationships, and physical health. Just as there are many types of physical illnesses, there are many types of mental illnesses. They range from common disorders such as depression and anxiety to more severe and less common conditions like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Each of these conditions has its own set of symptoms, but they all share the impact on a person's ability to function and feel well. Depression, for instance, isn't merely a case of the blues. It's a persistent feeling of sadness, loss of interest, and a lack of energy that can make the simplest tasks seem like insurmountable challenges. Anxiety disorders, on the other hand, are characterized by excessive and persistent worry and fear. It's not just a case of nerves, but a relentless tide of anxiety that can make it hard to carry out everyday activities. Schizophrenia is a complex mental disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, and behaves. It can result in hallucinations, delusions, and extremely disordered thinking and behavior that is enough to impair a person's ability to function. It's important to note that mental illness is not a sign of personal weakness or a character defect. It's not something that someone can just snap out of. It's a medical condition that requires understanding, empathy, and professional help. Knowing the signs of these illnesses can be a step towards seeking help and recovering. Remember, understanding is the first step in the journey of healing. Mental illness may be a battle, but it's one that no one has to fight alone. Just like we know the signs of a common cold, can we recognize the signs of mental illness? When we think about health, we often picture physical conditions. But mental health plays an equally vital role in our overall well-being. Recognizing the signs of mental illness can be the first step towards seeking help, promoting recovery, and removing the stigma associated with these conditions. So, what are some common signs of mental illness? One of the most noticeable signs can be changes in sleep or appetite. This might mean sleeping too much or too little, or eating more or less than usual. These changes can sometimes be a response to stress or a sign of a deeper issue. Another sign can be withdrawal from others. If someone you know starts to isolate themselves, avoids social activities they once enjoyed, or seems uninterested in maintaining relationships, it could be a sign of a mental health condition. Feeling disconnected from reality is also a potential indicator. This could manifest as confusion, hallucinations, or delusions. It's important to remember that this isn't just about having a vibrant imagination or daydreaming. It's about experiencing a distorted perception of reality that can be frightening or harmful. Other signs may include decreased energy, unexplained aches or pains, and feeling hopeless or worthless. It's also worth noting that people with mental health conditions might have difficulty performing daily tasks or maintaining their usual level of function at work, school, or home. Experiencing intense feelings of fear, worry, or guilt could also be a sign. These feelings may be so strong that they interfere with the person's ability to concentrate, relax, or feel good about themselves. Remember, these signs aren't definitive proof of a mental illness, they're potential indicators. Everyone experiences stress and emotional ups and downs. But if these signs persist, it may be time to seek help from a mental health professional. These signs can vary widely among different individuals and different mental health conditions. Always keep in mind that understanding and empathy are key to supporting those who might be struggling. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your engagement helps us reach more people and spread awareness about mental health. We value your thoughts and opinions. Whether you have a question, a personal experience to share, or simply want to show your support, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Now, let's continue with our journey to understand the signs of mental illness. While there are some common signs, each mental illness has its own specific signs too. Let's delve deeper into some of these illnesses and their unique symptoms. We'll start with depression, a condition that affects millions worldwide. One of the key signs of depression is a persistent feeling of sadness or emptiness. This isn't just a case of the blues or a bad day, it's a constant, unshakable feeling that lasts for 2 weeks or more. People with depression may also lose interest in activities they once enjoyed. This could be anything, from hobbies, social events, to even their work. There might be significant changes in their sleep patterns too. They could be sleeping too much or too little. Now, let's move on to anxiety disorders. These are characterized by an excessive and persistent worry that seems hard to control. It's like an internal alarm that won't shut off. People with anxiety disorders may also experience a sense of restlessness or feeling on edge. They might find it hard to concentrate, or their minds might go blank. They could also have physical symptoms like a racing heart, sweating, trembling, or even feeling out of breath. Next up, schizophrenia. This is a complex, long-term medical illness that affects about 1% of the American population. One of the most common signs of schizophrenia is hallucinations. These are experiences where someone perceives something that isn't actually there. This could be hearing voices, seeing things, or even smelling things that others can't. Another sign is delusions, which are false beliefs that the person holds, even in the face of contrary evidence. For instance, they might believe they're being followed or that they're a famous personality. Bipolar disorder is another mental illness with its own specific signs. It is characterized by extreme mood swings that include episodes of mania and depression. During a manic episode, someone might feel overly happy, have lots of energy, and engage in risky behaviors. They might also talk rapidly, be easily distracted, or have trouble sleeping. On the other hand, during a depressive episode, they might feel sad, hopeless, or lose interest in most activities. They might also have trouble concentrating, remembering things, or making decisions. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, often occurs after a person has experienced a traumatic event. Symptoms of PTSD include flashbacks, where the person relives the traumatic event. They might also avoid places, people, or things that remind them of the event. Feelings of guilt, blame, or worry are also common, as is being easily startled or feeling tense. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, involves recurring, unwanted thoughts or obsessions and repetitive behaviors or compulsions. Someone with OCD might repeatedly check things, have certain routines they feel compelled to perform, or have persistent thoughts about certain things. These are just a few examples of mental illnesses and their specific signs. It's important to remember that these signs vary from person to person, and not everyone will experience all the symptoms. If you or someone you know is experiencing any of these signs, it's crucial to seek help from a mental health professional. Recognizing these signs can help in getting the right diagnosis and treatment. Recognizing the signs is just the first step. What's crucial is seeking help and treatment. It's a journey that begins with understanding that something isn't quite right. You've noticed the signs, you've acknowledged that they're there. Now it's time to take action. When mental health issues arise, it's not something to be swept under the rug. It's not a sign of personal failure, and it's certainly not something to be faced alone. It's a health issue, just like any other, and it requires attention, care, and treatment. Seeking professional help is paramount. Mental health professionals, psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, counselors, they are equipped with the knowledge and tools necessary to guide you through this journey. They can provide a safe space for you to express your thoughts and feelings, help you understand your symptoms, and work with you to develop coping strategies. Just as there are various types of mental health issues, there are also various forms of treatment. There's talk therapy, also known as psychotherapy, where you converse with a mental health professional about your experiences, feelings, and thoughts. This type of therapy can help you understand and manage your symptoms, improve your well-being, and make positive changes in your life. Then there's medication. While it's not a cure-all, it can be incredibly helpful in managing symptoms. Psychiatrists can prescribe medications that can help balance the chemicals in your brain that affect your mood and thinking. And let's not forget about support groups. These are spaces where people who are going through similar experiences can come together and share their stories. It can be incredibly comforting to know that you're not alone, that there are others who understand what you're going through. Your path to recovery is yours and yours alone. It's unique to you and your experiences. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to take care of your mental health. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's a testament to your resilience and your commitment to your well-being. So take that step, reach out, seek help because you are worth it. Understanding mental illness and its signs is crucial for our well-being and those around us. We've taken a deep dive into this topic today, unwrapping some of the mysteries that often shroud mental health. It's a journey of discovery, of understanding, and most importantly, of compassion. Let's take a moment to revisit the main points we've explored. We started with a holistic look at what mental illness really is, dispelling some of the myths and misconceptions that often cloud our understanding. We learned that mental illnesses are real, prevalent, and most importantly, treatable conditions that affect millions of people. We then moved on to discuss the common signs of mental illnesses. We learned that these signs can often be subtle and easily overlooked. They can manifest as changes in behavior, mood, or thinking. But remember, the presence of these signs does not necessarily mean someone has a mental illness. They're simply indicators that something might be off and professional help might be needed. We delved deeper into specific signs of various mental illnesses, shedding light on conditions like depression, anxiety disorders, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia, among others. These conditions, while different, all share one common trait. They can be managed and treated with the right help and support. This brings us to the crucial segment on seeking help and treatment. We underscored the importance of reaching out to professionals for help. Mental illnesses, like physical ones, require proper diagnosis and treatment. It's essential to remember that there's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's a sign of strength and self-awareness. But this conversation doesn't end here. It's an ongoing dialogue, one that needs to continue in our homes, our schools, our workplaces, and our communities. Mental health awareness isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong commitment to understanding, empathy, and support. So, let's keep this conversation going. Let's continue to educate ourselves and others about mental health. Let's strive to create a world where mental health is discussed openly, without stigma or judgment. As we wrap up, I'd like to remind you to hit that like button if you found this information valuable, and don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content. Your comments and experiences can make a difference, so do share your thoughts below. Remember, mental health matters, and so do you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you found this video helpful. Remember, mental health matters, and so do you.